In 2001, 31-year-old Stuart Lubbock was found dead in a swimming pool, with evidence suggesting that what happened was not just a tragic accident. Still, more than 20 years later, nobody has ever been charged with his murder. Back in 2001, Stuart Lubbock was a divorced father of two and meat factory supervisor from Essex. He had two daughters, aged 4 and 1, with his former partner, Claire Wick. Stuart was described by neighbours as a pleasant, sociable man who lived with his father Terry and brother Kevin in a terraced house in Harlow. On Saturday, March the 31st, Stuart was partying at a local Millennium Club when he met Michael Barrymore, actor, comedian and television presenter. The two had been chatting, and eventually Stuart was invited to Michael's 5-bedroom home in Roydon for an after-party with 6 other people. They arrive around 2:30 a.m. Just 3 hours later, around 5:45 a.m, emergency services in Essex received a call. "A fella has drowned in the pool. We have got him out. There's a party going on, and someone has just gone out and found him. I think the geezer's dead, mate." When paramedics arrived at the scene, they found Stuart Lubbock's lifeless body lying by the side of the pool, wearing only boxer shorts. He was taken to the Princess Alexandra Hospital in Harlow, but nothing could be done to save him. Stuart was pronounced dead at 8:23 a.m. on March the 31st, 2001. At the time, eyewitnesses, including Michael Barrymore and his 2 friends, James Footers and Simon Shaw, told the police Stuart's death had been a tragic accident. And for a long time, that is what police believed had happened. As a result, handling the crime scene was not done by the best way possible. For example, sealing off the property did not meet the standards that are expected in a situation like this. It is believed that Michael's assistant, Michael Brown, even removed certain items from home, including a pool thermometer. That little detail may have been vital, as during the autopsy, it was revealed Stuart had suffered severe internal injuries, likely caused by a sexual assault with an item, perhaps the thermometer. In addition, he was told that Stuart had alcohol in his system, along with a cocktail of drugs, including ecstasy, amphetamine, and cocaine. However, we don't have a clear answer as to how Stuart died. 3 of the 4 pathologists that had examined the body were unable to provide an exact cause of death, while Professor Christopher Milroy said somebody might have held Stuart by the neck, but he had most likely drowned in the end. Due to the uncertainty, an open verdict was recorded by Coroner Caroline Beasley Murray, who during the 2002 inquest said, "None of the witnesses who were at the party for 3 hours have given to this court an explanation about how Stuart Lubbock, a previously fit 31-year-old, should be found floating in a swimming pool at the premises with a significant level of alcohol and drugs in his system and have sustained serious anal injuries." At that inquest, Michael Barrymore was also heard, and he was criticised for failing to answer questions. He told the hearing he could not attempt to save Stuart from his pool because he could not swim. However, Michael strictly denied he had anything to do with his guest's death. Nevertheless, on June the 14th, 2007, Michael and 2 others, former partner Jonathan Kenny and party guest Justin Merritt, were arrested on suspicion of sexual assault and murder, but due to lack of evidence, all 3 were released soon after without charges. Afterward, Michael appeared on Piers Morgan's life stories, telling him how he was now living the life of a recluse, with only his dog Dave as a companion. His television career effectively ended after Stuart's death. Michael said, "I could not be more sad. I could not be more sorry that this event took place. It was at my house, and they don't have all the answers to how he got these injuries. Of course, it goes through my head, and I want things different. I wish I could change it for them." In turn, Stuart's father Terry, who has fought tirelessly to get justice for his son, has said Michael is holding tight onto his secrets. He's a clever man. He is a master manipulator. There's two sides to that man, a dark side and the side you see on the television. Over the years, I've had a glimpse of his dark side. I think it's time that everyone sees that side of him. I hope that the penny will drop with everyone and they will question him and what he did that night. On the 4th of February 2020, Essex Police offered a £20,000 reward for information leading to a conviction in Stuart's case, and 2 days later, Channel 4 documentary on the incident, Barrymore, The Body in the Pool, was released. Then, on March the 17th, 2021, a 50-year-old man from Cheshire was arrested in connection with the indecent assault and murder of Stuart. But once again, the suspect was released without charge due to insufficient evidence. And that brings us to this day. Many arrests have been made, but nobody has ever been charged with the murder of Stuart Lubbock. Due to the lack of evidence, it seems like the case will only be solved if someone with information comes forward. There were close to 10 people present the night Stuart died. Somebody knows more. Sadly, Terry Lubbock, who spent the last 20 years fighting for justice for his son, died in September 2021 after being diagnosed with terminal cancer. His friend Harry said, "He's died sad because he's died knowing people will never know the truth about what happened, but no one could have fought harder for their son." In addition, Detective Chief Inspector Stephen Jennings said, "Terry's devotion to his son and to his pursuit of justice knew no bounds. He was an example to many of us in his relentless quest for truth and justice. Our investigation into Stuart's death will not end with Terry's. As long as the case remains open, we will do all we can to deliver justice for him and his family. To this end, we urge anyone who has any information about Stuart's death to please now, more than ever, do the right thing and come forward." So, Terry's fight is not over. His son's case remains open until hopefully one day closure is brought to remaining family members. If you have any information regarding the death of Stuart Lubbock, please call free on 0800 555 111, day or night. With